I don't hear shit.
Before you go, I don't like to brag, but I'll be damned if I don't boast. 100 backwoods when I'm blowing on that gas. 64 show, lil' nigga, you do the math. Chop it all in half, cause I love all my niggas. With a hole in your head, you a dolphin, call you flipper.
You flipper.
Nigga.
I can't fall in love with no bitch.
With no bitch.
But I love the fucker cause she thick.
Could that be deep?
Running to the money with the click.
I'm with the gang.
Everywhere I go, they like you with the shit.
You with the shit.
I can't fall in love with no bitch.
With no bitch.
But I love the fucker cause she thick.
Could that be deep?
Running to the money with the click.
I'm with the gang.
Everywhere I go, they like you with the shit.
She a dog and I'm a dog. Why will I leash her? See, I done had some Ishas, even had a couple niches. Some all-night freakers. I even had some sleepers. Some bottle popping drinkers and a couple big cheapers. Some Benny Hunter bitches, and I even had some pizzas. Either way it go, I freak her, and I don't really keep her. See, I don't like you niggas, you just be cappers. Your niggas ain't gon' step, mine stumping like the cappers.
I can't fall in love with no bitch.
With no bitch.
But I love the fuck cause she dick.
Could that be dick?
Running to the money with the click.
I'm with the gang.
Everywhere I go, they like you with the shit.
You with the shit.
I can't fall in love with no bitch.
With no bitch.
But I love the fuck cause she dick.
Life's better than it's ever been. Way more lit, way more trips. Come and see this shit. Good times with my bitch. You can't miss this shit. This the good life shit. Talking Polaroid. Life's better than it's ever been. Way more lit, way more trips. Come and see this shit. Good times with my bitch. You can't miss this shit. This the good life shit. Talking Polaroid shit.
You keep me up, you my China White. That love expensive, designer type. Before I knew you, baby girl, I had a future sight. But that's so Raven, this is far from a Disney life. You used to ask yourself, why you? But you also remember my reply too. That picture perfect, baby girl, you my Coretta Scott. Real classy, but at the same time, I bust a shot. Overprotective, my baby, don't play by me. She get crazy, she gon' spray by me. Smile on your face as you walk out them gates. Will forever play in my mind like a rewind
Life's
tape.
better than it's ever been. Way more lit, way more trips. Come and see this shit. Good times with my bitch. You can't miss this shit. This the good life shit. Talking Polaroid. Life's better than it's ever been. Way more lit, way more trips. Come and see this shit. Good times with my bitch. You can't miss this shit. This the good life shit. Talking Polaroid shit.
Just be my strength at a time when I ain't strong. Know I be gone, but them days, baby, they ain't long. Even when I'm off, shit, it's you that gotta keep me on. Cause I can't focus when we argue, got my mind gone. Tell your family, let's stay out our business, we going hard. People's opinions can't even compare to what's in our hearts. Walking with you, baby girl, just actually trust my steps. Cause I'm all in with you, don't need nobody else. So take them negative thoughts and put them on the shelf. Cause baby girl, yeah, we here, you know we going there. So just be prepared, this shit is so real. I'm looking in your eyes, I'm hypnotized, can't help but still. Yeah.
Way more lit, way more trips. Come and see this shit. Good times with my bitch. You can't miss this shit. This the good life shit. Talking Polaroid. Life's better than it's ever been. Way more lit, way more trips. Come and see this shit. Good times with my bitch. You can't miss this shit. This the good life shit. Talking Polaroid shit.
That crowd in, man. Yeah, that was a boy, Crucial, Cash. Y'all hear that crowd? You hear the crowd? Yeah, that was a boy, Crucial Cash, man, featuring Teddy Cloud. That's the automatic black label, representing Orange County, Florida. Hey man, how y'all been, man? We're gonna crank this thing back up and get them interviews back popping off. Second week of September. We got a lot lined up. Yeah, we got a lot lined up, you know what I'm saying? So the second week of September, man, y'all come holler at us. We'll be back in the groove, doing what we usually do. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get that plug in, so give me a second, I gotta do the plug in, we'll be right back. Let's do the plug in. Yeah, man. Ooh, that was that nice plug in. Thanks to your boy One Trill, representing Orlando as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're gonna bring y'all up to speed, man. I got the reason why I had to come on. I wasn't supposed to came on to September, but I'm gonna fill y'all in on a little situation we got. Y'all might be seeing your boy. Well, ain't no might. Y'all will be seeing your boy pretty soon in a Netflix series called TV Film Podcast Studios. I've been in that. There has been a podcaster from this area. Actually, it's being filmed right here in Orlando. Where it's going to be a mini series that's going to Netflix. And I will be one of the characters, let's so speak, that will be part of this TV/film podcasting thing that Netflix picked up. So, yeah, your boy will be a familiar face on the screen pretty soon. They're just using me for some of my political beliefs. I ain't gonna say political belief, but the way I talk and some of the stuff I do, you know, they feel that it'd be a good fit for this new series they got coming to Netflix real soon. So y'all make sure y'all stick around for that, because your boy will be part of that event. You know what I'm saying? But what the fuck y'all been doing out there? Let me see if people get online. I'm live, y'all wanna tune in and see what your boy got going on. Let me see, I got some people out here. I gotta see some shots out too over here. I see you out there. We got a lot of people across see people plugged in too. I'm on YouTube, I'm looking at Twitch and Facebook. This don't supposed to be streamed on Facebook today, but we're gonna let it stream there and give y'all some insight of what's going to be going on. I usually just play the music of the local artists and give them their opportunity to shine right here on Dirt Coast Podcast. But today, to get y'all caught up on some of what the series will be about, it's kind of like we'll be in a bar setting. They got the stage props, and we'll be in a bar. Something like, if you're familiar with old school, like Cheers, it'll be in that setting. And it's just basically people sitting around in bars and have an open discussion about basically what's going on in the surrounding areas. Like right now, you see in our news, we got, I want to talk about the situation with the governor, Rick DeSantis of Florida, and the black movement, how they say they changing the books. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, how they changing the books and putting okay, what about now? Yeah, so see how they changing the books and putting about the slavery content. You know what I'm saying? And we should be well aware and focused on what they're doing and what they're saying and what this political fight they're doing, and we should be able to read this in real time. So I just want to take a couple minutes of y'all time, and if you're caught up on what's going on with the thing, I'm going to play a couple videos first. They're like 2 minutes long each video. It's like 3 videos. We're going to play these videos. We're going to see what they're saying out of their own mouths, and we're going to use these smartphones, because a lot of us, we still dumb, but we should be, because we got smartphones. Why so many dumb people with smartphones? So what we're going to do, we're going to hear what they say, and we're going to take their own words and read it in real time, so we will get some understanding of what's going on. Now, like kind of like once a week, I'll be coming on, and we'll be doing this, and we'll be getting some feedback. And I love hearing from everybody that's out there, so it don't just have to be me doing this. But what we're gonna do, we're gonna read the we're gonna read. And my chat's not pulling up on my on YouTube. There's something going on. I see people trying to chat and pull stuff up, but it's not coming up on the YouTube for some reason, so I don't know what's wrong with the chat. But I'm playing a couple videos, and we're going to come right back, and we're going to talk about the video. We're going to see what they say out of their own mouths, and we're going to go to the YouTube, we're going to do some Googling, and we're going to see, and we're going to get down to the nitty-gritty, my folks. Should I play No, I'm playing the video. We're going to get right into it. We're going to learn something today, y'all. We're going to learn something today. So let me get right into it. Play a video and see what we're going to say.
Was trying to demagogue it, trying to say that these black history scholars were designing a curriculum saying that slavery was somehow good. No way. If you read the standards that they created, they showed every detail about the injustice of slavery. That is just the facts. And so this is another one of those phony narratives. And it's interesting, the reason why we have black history standards, most states don't have it at all. We eliminated critical race theory through our K through 12 schools. We were then accused of not wanting to teach about black history, but those are different things. Ideology is different than history. So that's where these standards were born out of, because it is our commitment to tell the truth.
But what do you think is the most important thing for kids to learn about slavery?
Well, I think the most important thing is it was a violation of America's founding principles. The founding fathers, by and large, acknowledged that. Some of them were very vocal about it. Some of them were a little quieter, but no one offered credible arguments that the institution of slavery was consistent with the Declaration of Independence or with the ideals of our U.S. Constitution. They believed that it would die out and ended up obviously, help precipitate a civil war. But at the end of the day, it was the Republican Party that was born to fight the institution of slavery's expansion. And ultimately, the Republican Party under Abraham Lincoln was the vehicle to extinguish slavery in this country.
All right, let's get to some of those town hall questions out back. Coming up after the break, we'll bring in our studio audience.
Right here. So go watch it somewhere else. It was still echo. Yeah. We right back at you. Right back at you. Trying to get that echo out of there. How we sounding? Got the echo out of there? Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're trying to work on that thing right now. Something turned up too loud. Yeah. Something's turned up too loud. Yo. Say we should be good. They say the mic right. Do the mic sound right? The mic is right. They say we good. We good? I'm finna get into this next video. Because the video's coming out right. There's something with the mic. I think that might probably be too close right there. But we're going to get back into the video. This next video I'm going to show y'all. Y'all heard what Randall Sanchez just said, right? So we're going to get back into the next video, and we're going to see what...
Hearing firsthand from this scholar who has a very different perspective than that of this outrage that we've been hearing from people who really fear that this curriculum is softening what is an American atrocity.
I say leave nothing out within the realm of human capacities.
Leaving nothing out, says Dr. William Allen, is including a full, detailed story of the African-American experience in Florida curriculum. The former chair of the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights volunteered to be part of the work group of 13 that wrote it for the State Department of Education.
We need to tell people stories the way they told their stories, not to fit our expectations.
The national outrage exploded mostly over a benchmark included in a lesson about the kinds of labor enslaved people were forced into. That, quote, slaves developed skills from which they could personally benefit. A state education director found himself explaining that to teachers this week.
The story of a resilient people who responded to their oppressors.
Former chair of the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights volunteered to be part of the work group of 13 that wrote it for the State Department of Education.
We need to tell people stories the way they told their stories, not to fit our expectations.
The national outrage exploded mostly over a benchmark included in a lesson about the kinds of labor enslaved people were forced into. That, quote, slaves developed skills from which they could personally benefit. A state education director found himself explaining that to teachers this week.
The story of a resilient people who responded to their oppressors in an adaptive manner.
Dr. Allen insists the history of enslaved people as an American atrocity is also one comprised of varied and complex accounts.
The stories of the people who lived through the history. They have a right to tell their story in their own words. And what we have provided for is the telling of those stories as they themselves told it.
We asked why Florida's anti-communism education might not also teach how Fidel Castro provided Cubans free education and medical care.
I can only answer for that to which I contributed.
Dr. Allen, about those words, personal benefit, that have become so problematic, why doesn't the department just change the wording and make it what it really means? What he says is the words personal benefit apply to the...
Now, do y'all see what they were saying for about the two different views of what they're saying about this slavery idea, and they trying to change how we view or what they was the schools was teaching us about slavery. Because remember, when you think about slavery and when we was taught about slaves, when we learned about slaves, we learned it in school. We didn't learn that from our household. Because if you go, when I used to talk to the elders in my families, the grandmothers and the aunts and whatnot, and when they go back and talk, they spoke mostly about, they said it was Indian. Grandma said it was Indian. We was told we were slaves when we went to school. Whenever I talk to my ancestors, and when they talk about their ancestors, like grandma and great-grandma, they usually say they come from India. We learned about slavery through school. So if you got DeSantis saying they fit to rewrite because what we was learning was kind of like false history, I would have to kind of lean toward what the governor is saying, because the schools was already teaching us some kind of like, they the ones that were telling us something else. Now, being with that said, I'm going to show another video. This is from the movie Harriet Tubman, okay? And this video I'm going to show is just a little insert from this movie. And we're going to talk about kind of like what the governor is kind of like leaning to. So people, we got to be aware, and we got to know, be able to read this stuff in real time. So I'm going to play this, this little, what it is, 45 seconds. Pay attention, because this is very important. When we come back, we're going to get back down to the nitty-gritty. When we come back, pay attention to this. It's very important.
We drowned it. I thought I'd see you again.
I sent you word by the Blackjacks.
Time I heard you were alive. Mate, I'm married.
I know you're married. You're married to me.
I took another wife.
Took another wife.
Named Caroline. Do you feel like me?
Now, that is an anomaly, okay? This movie, Harriet Tubman, was a slave, and that fellow that was in that movie was supposedly been her husband, right? How was he free and she was a slave? And at the same time, and he told her he remarried because he thought she was, she died when she ran. And the people came back. Her master came back and told her she died when she jumped in the river. And he remarried another free woman. How was he able to do that in them times? Okay? Now, we're going to get around to the nitty gritty and see how he was able to move and be free. so to speak. Okay. So let me go over here to my little Googles. Okay. Y'all can do this too. Go to your little Googles, and we're gonna put in. What is this? Slave. Okay? Put this up on the screen. Slave. Y'all can see that? Read this here, okay? Let's read this. See what a slave is. A person who is forced to work for or obey another in a consideration considered to be their property, an enslaved person. A device, a part of one, direct controlled by another, to work excessively hard, subject, a device controlled by another. Okay? Let's hear Wikipedia, see what they say. Ownership. I'm trying to find the origin. Trying to find the origin. Let's see what origin. Let's go to origin. You always got to go back to the origin, okay? Always go back to the origin, okay? Now, slave, origin, Slavonic, captive. See right there? Captive. Slavonic. The Slavonic people has been reduced to a servile state by conquest in the 9th century. Okay? So they telling you the origin of that word slave derives from Slavic, because you see the word slave in Slavic itself. Okay? The Slavic people has been reduced. That's Yugoslavia. Czechoslovakia. Let's see what Slavic. Let's go and see who are the Slavics. Slovakians. Right here. Voila. Okay, I see it right there. Let's see what the Slovakian people is, people. Officially, the Slavic Republic, blah, 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 is a landlocked country in Central Europe. Europe. Okay? It is bordered by Poland to the north, Ukraine to the east, where they weren't at right now, Hungary to the south, Austria to the west, and the Czech Republic to the northwest. Okay? Okay? So these are the people that originally began as slaves for what they said out their own mouth. So if the schools is telling us that we was these people, but the books are stating that these people are real Slavic, because slave is Slavic, is in the word. So there we go with misinformation. Misinformation is the same as uneducated. So if you misinformed, all of it is wrong. You uninformed. Okay? So there go why they fighting to change the books right now, because those are some misinformed people who they calling the slaves. Now, let's go and see who freed the slaves. We already know about it. We're going to say that word slave. We're going to see what America say about slaves, okay? 1863, January 1st, let's see what happened on that day, the 1st, 1863. It was the first too, it was on the first, okay? Let's see what they say. President Abraham Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation on January 1st, 1863. As the nation approached its third year of the bloody Civil War, okay? The proclamation declared that all persons held as slaves within the rebellion states are and hereforth shall be free. That was on 1863. It's when Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves. Okay? 1863. Okay? Now, let's bring things up to speed, because my thing is to show you guys what slavery is, how many types of forms of slavery it is, and you have to be direct to know which state of slavery you are. Okay? And I'm going to show you what real slavery is, because it ain't went nowhere. Slaves, actually, it's more slaves on the planet right now than it was when it was legal to have slaves. Okay? We're gonna bring it up to speed, but we gotta go back to work our way up front. Okay? Y'all still with me? Now, check this out. Oh, they want to switch over? Why they want me to switch over from Facebook and go straight to man, keep it up. Keep it up. Okay. We're gonna see what slavery what really is. Okay. Let's see what it is. Let's put up this guy called let's put up this guy called Henry Ford. Henry Ford. Y'all know him? Do you guys know him? Okay. Now, what year did slavery end? Well, y'all just told y'all slavery ended? 1863. January the 1st. Remember? What year was Henry Ford born? July 30th, 1863. Okay? So what that is, like a 50-year time period? Somewhere up in there? But he was born the same exact year that slavery ended. Okay? Now, July 30, 1863, Henry Ford was born. He died April 7, 1947. He was an American industrial and business magnate. He was founder of Ford Motor Company, chief developer of assembly line technique of mass production. Now, we go. Ford created the first automobile middle-class American could afford. And his conversation on automobile formed from an expensive luxury into an accessible conveyance profoundly impacted the landscape of the 20th century. Okay, now let's check this out. Let's check this out. Let me bring up speed. Keep that up. Keep that up. Keep that up. Now, remember, he born the same year slavery ended, right? And they said that Ford created the first automobile that middle-class America could afford. So he didn't, and what he did, he had the mass production of the assembly line, okay? Now, the slaves were released in this same year, okay? When Ford created his assembly line, let's see how long it took him to. They're going to show us when they created the assembly line, what year. Trying to see what year he created the assembly line. I think he was in like his 30s or whatnot. But this is how he created the assembly line. When Ford was the first automobile company to hire blacks. He was the first one to hire blacks. Because he understood that when they had just released the blacks that were still slaves that was just locked up, they had working skills. He knew they had working skills. And what he did, he invented this thing called Fordism. Okay? Fordism. Let's pull up Fordism. Pull this up. Okay? Fordism is a term widely used to describe the system of mass production that was pioneered in the early 20th century by Ford Motor Company. Okay, the typical post-war mode of the economic growth and its associated political and social order and advanced capitalism. Okay, now we'll keep it up. Keep it up. Yeah. So Fordism is a term that the system of mass production that was pioneered in the early system. So the theory, let's go to the theory of this shit, okay? We gotta break this down, okay? It's an industrial, engineering, and manufacturing system that serves at the basis of modern day slave, okay? Social and labor economic systems that support industrialized, standardized mass production and mass consumption. The concept is named after Henry Ford. It was used social, economic, and management theory about production, working conditions, and consumption. Now, what it is saying is, Ford, before Ford came along, everybody used to work 12-hour shifts. Even the so-called slaves, they used to work 12 hours, what they would call from sun up to sun down. Okay? 12-hour shift, they work sun up from sun down. Some jobs still hold this principle, okay? And they consider that what slaves had to work, okay? So, but if you worked a 12-hour shift, you did less work. You took longer breaks. And you get paid, you may work 36 hours, and you'll get paid for 40 hours. So you ain't really doing the whole 40 hours a week, but you're getting paid as if you was. But by you having a 12-hour shift, they still hold that to this day. But when Henry Ford came along, and he knew he was dealing with people that had just came up out of those conditions, he gonna work the dog living crap out you because he went from 12-hour shifts to 8-hour shifts, five days work days, 5 weekdays work days. And he knew you were gonna be so goddamn tired that you needed 2 days off. Because when you go down to 8 hours, you work more in a shorter period, and you take less breaks. And you get paid less than the people that work 12 hours doing the whole 40. So Fordism was a term that he was trying to whip, making people work harder with less days, 5 days, and you be so tired. Like people working right now, they work 8-hour shifts, but they still the most tiredest motherfuckers on the planet because they be needing more than they little 2 days off. But guess what? Y'all have been modern day work as a slave. Because as this thing say right here, Fordism is an industrial engineering and manufacturing system that serves as the basis of modern social and labor economic systems that support industrial, standardized mass production and mass consumption. You see that? Get what I'm saying? So Ford came up with this mass production thing and this Fordism theory that got us working harder than a mug. You get what I'm saying? But do y'all know how Ford got his money? Ford didn't get his money selling cars. Ford got his money funding World War I. Okay? Okay? Put that up there. Yeah. During World War I, Ford built Eagle, anti-submarine patrol boat, at a new plant on the Rouge River. Rouge is red too. Rouge means red. Bottom Rouge, that means red. That's a code word. Red. Coming up the red side. Coca Pepsi coming up the red. You know what I'm saying? Henry Ford was an active proponent of peace. He let his company support once it became clear that the country was going into World War I. So he even the way he did that production line and the theory he had with that Fordism, that they broke away from the cars and they started building the bombs. Go drop the bombs over there and help fight the war. Okay? Now, the nurses in the hospital, they kept the 12-hour shift theories because actually it's ancient and it's not as strenuous as 8 hours. While we think 8 hours is better, but it's really not. You're going to work motherfuckers way harder when you're doing 8 hours. Okay? Let me try to find something. Okay, now we're finna get in to the types of slavery. The types of slavery. Okay? What is modern slavery? I told that word modern, and when Ford put that up, that's what we was talking about, right? So we got sex trafficking, we got child sex trafficking, we got forced labor, we got bond labor or debt bondage. So if you're in a debt, you're a slave. You know what I'm saying? Forced child labor, we got domestic servitude. And domestic servitude, those were the first slaves that came over here from domestic servitude. Those was the Irish. That's where the paddy wagon come from. Them, the servitudes. When they say domestic servitude, those was some of the motherfuckers on the Mayflower, some of them pilgrims. The story they telling us about, when they got kicked out their land, they had to come over here and they come for a free ride. So when they came into the new world, they supposed to have offered their services. They supposed to have worked off the trip. Trip ain't free. So if you ain't got no money, you come into the free world. They tell you they have money. And a lot of their stories they telling, the pilgrims and some of these people, how they go here, the Dutch. And when they got over here, a lot of them were supposed to have to work and been slaves as well. You should read this book called White Cargo. It'll tell you about all the white slaves that was over here as well. Okay? But that's a whole nother thing. And that's what the governor, they try to actually put out there and make us remember about, you know, which form or, you get what I'm saying? What we really think we saying slavery when they're just showing us pictures or people being beat and whipped and hung and stuff. And you know, a lot of them people they showing us that was hung, a lot of those people weren't slaves at all. A lot of those were business owners and property. They was doing that to scare people off property. A lot of those people weren't slaves at all. You can look at the shoes they had on and the clothes they had. You know what I'm saying? So they was mixing all that into it and showing us this stuff in films and stuff, but actually putting those anomalies right in the film, like I was showing y'all in the beginning with Harriet Tubman and that movie when her own husband wasn't no slave. He was free. So how was that? You know what I'm saying? So it's got to be something going on where we got to go back and have some insight and understand, like, don't take it literally. The stuff that's going on, they have to correct a lot of stuff that was told us that's what right. So we have to be more aware and have more insight and be able to understand this stuff in real time. Okay? Because, like this thing said, these are all the former modern day forms of slavery right now. And some of this stuff, like, we got more slaves on this planet right now than we had when slavery was legal, because you got child trafficking and missing children and missing women, especially a lot of missing black women that's missing around the world. And they ain't missing, is that our missing children are missing families across seas, and they missing families, missing children all over here. So a lot of this stuff, they're trying to clean up and get these kids back home and get these women back home, and they throwing little other stuff out there. Like you got the one girl that's faking or disappearing and all that stuff. And that put a kind of like a damper on the real issues that's going on. And they be thinking all of it is kind of fake. But no, we actually having women that's missing. We having a lot of children that's missing, and they being slaved. Okay, whether it be forced labor somewhere, whether it be sex. You get what I'm saying? But as right now on this planet, you got children that's been enslaved more than any being on this planet. And that's what we're trying to do right now, trying to bring awareness to the missing kids, the missing women that's globally affected. Like I said, our missing kids and our missing women over there, and their missing kids and their missing women are over here. It's a movie that's out that we should have went and got, that Hollywood stopped from coming out. They threw that cloning Tyrone shit on us, you get what I'm saying? Knowing that you guys would not even understand that movie because you don't have anomalies, you don't have insight. It is a good movie, but only if you have the insight and anomalies to pick through it and see what they're actually talking about. But if you don't, you should have been watching Sounds of Freedom, because that movie was more talking about all the slaves that's still on this planet right now, that's missing around the world. They're saying they're missing, they're not missing. They're just misleading with information. Okay? So I had to come on here, explain it. You guys should go back, do your own research, see what's going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Grasp it. Yeah, I've been on long enough, 50 minutes. I'm trying to give you an hour, but that's cool. But we should, just try to spark the brain, give everybody insights. Like I said, we'll be doing this once a week, coming on, trying to see the anomalies, make sure you guys can understand and see all this stuff in real time, see the arguments that's going on with the governor and with the prosecutor. And that's one of the things he was saying about firing the Orlando state attorney, Orange County and Osceola State Attorney, Ms. Monique Ward. That's about that. They kept saying that she was light on crime. She's not doing nothing with juvenile crime and the molestation and a lot of that stuff with pedophilia act that she wasn't tightened up on. That's one of the real reasons one of the main reasons he was speaking out of his own mouth that he kind of like suspended and let her go. Because they're trying to crack down on, the missing kids and the missing women that's been exploited through whether it be human trafficking. You got people that's found in hidden hallways and hotels. You got a girl, you seen the girl find her, she was hanging up her coat or something and found a hidden trap door in the hotel. And you wonder how they getting these children going unnoticed. They had followed it all the way out. It was a whole hidden trap in the hotel. So let's be more mindful, let's be more aware, pay attention to what's going on, try to find a way to understand it, and appreciate y'all. Give me your undivided attention. I'll be hollering at y'all. And like I said, we got I'll be doing some TV series things. I'll be going to Netflix real quick, but it'll be a group of some political talk stuff they got going on, bunch of podcast stuff. So appreciate y'all. Like I said, go back, do some research, bring awareness. It's gonna get worse. It's gonna get a whole lot worse before it get better. So let your shit get serious. Love y'all. And I'll holler at you. This your boy. I'll be talking to y'all a little bit more in the future. Okay? Let's do it. I gotta answer some calls. They keep calling me. Yes, sir. We're gonna get it.